Hi, everyone. Welcome on this webinar. How to keep retail customers coming back and honest advice for brands using Shopify. This is the title of our session today. And this will be like a relaxed conversation around loyalty and retail success. And I have just the best people with me who are experts on their own field. I'm Zsuzsa Kecsmar, co-founder and chief strategy officer at Antavo. And Antavo is a software as a service for running loyalty programs. Not the easiest loyalty program that would be earn and burn, because there are other tools to do that, which are easier, which result in easier, more straightforward loyalty programs with a very simple logic. But our technology helps brands run more sophisticated loyalty programs with rules, customer segments, tiers, points, rewards. And so there is a whole art into such loyalty programs now, made much easier thanks to AI and our co-pilot called Timmy AI. Our customers include the biggest ones from Tommy Hilfiger to KFC, but retail is our sweet spot, and one of our best customers is OMY. And so I'm letting Mary and Laurent introduce themselves. Mary, what if you could start?
Hi everyone, I'm Marie. I'm the marketing and e-com director at OMY Labs. So I handle everything around CRM and loyalty, obviously, but also PR, sales, and marketing in general. And what we do at OMY is we're a personalized skincare brand. So we sell products that are personalized for your skin concerns. I'll get into the history of the brand a little later, but that's the 101 intro.
That's the gist of it. Okay, go on, Laurent.
Yes, hi, it's a pleasure to join you today. I'm Laurent. I'm the CRM, loyalty, and e-commerce manager here at OMY Lab, and I report to Marie. So my job consists of taking care of our loyalty program, the deployment, making sure it's evolving, and also managing everything that is related to our website, and as well as our CRM, so our email marketing program and SMS program. And that's pretty much it.
Perfect. Then go on, Brian.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian. I'm on the retail partnerships team here at Shopify. I've been at Shopify for almost 10 years now. Spent the past 3-ish years on retail partnerships, working on product partnerships. So that means I get to work with any of our technology partners who are building integrations with Shopify to support our retail merchants. And when we say retail, we're talking about physical brick and mortar store operations. So yeah, prior to partnerships, I worked on our sales team as a solutions engineer for both Shopify Plus and Shopify POS. So I had the pleasure of working with many of our largest brands that we have on the platform today who are using Shopify Online and Shopify POS in-store, brands like Gymshark, Aloe Yoga, Skims, and a number of others. And I'm based in Toronto, Canada, and happy to be here today. So thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. And wow, 10 years at Shopify, that is loyalty in itself. 10 years spending 10 years at Shopify, I'm sure it was a great experience seeing the company grow. Marie and Laurent, can you please tell a bit more about OMY? And also if you could share your screen, that would be great, so everyone gets a nice understanding what personalized means in personalized skincare. And also to share about your existing loyalty program. So OMY is running on Shopify and on Antavo with their loyalty program. This is how, for Antavo and Shopify, OMY is a joint customer.
Exactly. So yes, as I said earlier, we are a personalized skincare brand. We're based in Montreal, Canada. We've been around since 2018, and basically what we do at OMY is sell personalized products based on your skin concerns. So this comes from seeing a problem where people have usually more than just one skincare concern. Like, for example, you can have acne, but also start to get wrinkles, for example. And usually customers will have to choose between those concerns when they select a day cream, for example. So that's why we created OMY, and we have personalized products for day cream, night cream. We have a serum and an essence toner that we just launched recently. And that allows for better performance in the product, and also not improving your skin concerns without affecting some other ones. So that's the why the OMY and our products. And I think Laurent will share a bit about our products and our loyalty program as well.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Marie. So yeah, when we talk about personalized skincare, I think most people think about how does that actually come together for someone to have a personalized formula for them. So important to know that OMY, we do have a range of like more generic skincare for body. We have face masks, we have eye patches, we have everything that you need to improve your skin concern. But our main line in the core of our business, like Marie was saying, is our personalized range. So we developed artificial intelligence tool a few years ago that was built by dermatologists that help identify your skin concern. So it's about a 5-minute quiz that you do with this AI, and then it gives you an outcome with your set of ingredients that would be the most appropriate for your skin concerns. So I won't go through it and do a full quiz with you, but I can just show you really quickly how it works. So you would have a series of steps that you would need to fill in. It's super easy. It's mostly pre-selected answers. If you have anything that is specific, like a specific skin concern, or any medication that you took in the past that were helping for a specific like acne concern, for example, we would take that into consideration to recommend you something that is adapted to you and for you. So it would give you a series of 3 ingredients. So I'll just pass through our product page of what it would look like once you've completed our Skin AI quiz. So as you can see here, this is my skin profile based on what I've answered in the quiz. So it gives me a series of 3 ingredients. So I have dry skin personally, and I'm looking to work on fine lines even though I'm still young. So it gives me a set of 3 ingredients, which is nourishing, youthfulness, and hydrating. We have a set of 9 ingredients currently. So it would be a combination of 3 ingredients that would be the best for you. So it would be your personalized skin profile that would be associated within your customer account. So as Marie mentioned, we have a few products within that range. This is really the core of our brand. So this is our personalized essence toner, for example, but we also have a day cream, night cream, and serum. So basically this is really how it works. And we can adjust your formula based on seasons. So maybe if you have like a more oilier skin during the summer, we can change the ingredients with you. So it's really a skincare line that is made to evolve with you over time, which is why we do personalization and why we believe so strongly in it. So it is great to have personalized care, but we wanted to have a loyalty program that represented like how personalized our products were. And that's when we came up with the lab. So Marie will do a brief history on how we came up with this loyalty program. But I'll just present it to you as an overview and how it looks for our customer currently. So this is our loyalty program landing page. So you have all the information that you would find for a loyalty program. So how it works, what kind of rewards you can expect from us when you join and you purchase with OMY Labs, a step-by-step process of how it works. And of course, as we love as loyalty experts, are tier boards with everything that you get depending on your tier. So we didn't really want to go with a points-based program, and Marie will jump back on that later on. So it's really an approach of challenge-based loyalty program. So you complete challenges and you get rewards in exchange, but we have much more than that. So we have birthday gifts. We have a referral program that's coming very soon. Exclusive access to launches of products, exclusive promotions for our top customers. So we really try to personalize the experience at every step of the way with our customers. And that's basically it on how it works. But to be more concrete on how it looks for a customer when they log into their account, so we have a full section within our customer account that is dedicated to our loyalty program. So we have the homepage here with your personalized formula and your name, but you would also have a preview of your current tier and the challenges that are available for you, and as well as the rewards that are available for you. So how this would look is you would have an overview, like I was saying, of your tier, where you're at with us. You can learn more about your benefits straight within this page, and you can see a bit of what we were talking a bit earlier about the challenge and reward program. So as you would complete challenges, more rewards would become available for you. And over time, what we wish to develop, as we just launched a few months ago, is to have challenges for each customers that are unique and truly represent their I would say their journey with us as they evolve and they buy more products, or as their skincare concerns evolve. So this program and this challenge and reward concept would work in that way. And that's pretty much it for the moment. We do have birthday rewards, like I was saying, and a bit more of rewards for customers. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. But a lot more is coming as our referral program and everything. So we will have much more for our customer moving forward. And we truly want to integrate as much as we can the concept of personalization within our loyalty program. And I think that's what we've started to do already since day one.
That sounds really nice. Marie, did you want to add something to this?
No, I think Laurent did really well. Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. What I like the most about what you just described, Laurent, is how integrated part of your whole offering is, what the loyalty program is. And the front end looks just like the products themselves. It's very clean, not that kind of... I didn't want to use the word sterile in because it has this negative meaning, but I wanted to say it's clean, and then it's very nice to look at. So thank you so much for going into more details about what the loyalty program is all about. And Marie, maybe that is a question to you, that when you started to think seriously about loyalty, what was happening at the business at that time?
So we were in a great position for growth at that moment because of our product and because our clients are very satisfied with our product, and naturally they will rebuy, especially their personalized products. Loyalty and retention in general was something that was working quite well at OMY. I joined 2 years ago, and at that moment it was working really well, even though we weren't really sophisticated in anything that we were doing around loyalty. But the idea behind starting to work on a loyalty program and being more intentional with what we were doing in loyalty is also to capitalize on that strength that we already had. We knew that we have a great product and people love it. So why not capitalize on that and make sure that we are able to generate revenue with our customers? Obviously, we're not the only ones that struggle with acquisition costs. It's hard to acquire new customers and at a fair price. So obviously, for a business like us, being able to generate revenue with our existing customers is really important. So that was kind of the idea behind building a loyalty program. And obviously for us, because our products are personalized and that's the whole kind of ethos of the brand, then our loyalty program had to follow that. And as Laurent said, we wanted to make sure that we had a program that was reflecting that brand and not just like a regular cookie cutter points program that we could add on top of our Shopify platform and super easily launch. So we it took a bit more time and more strategy to build that program and to make it happen. But in the end, we're really happy with having a program that represents our brand and will be able to grow with us. And we have kind of a blank canvas that we can play with in the future years.
You mentioned when we met earlier, we actually met this week in New York at the National Retail Federation's big show, which is really nice and relevant for like all these people on this call, not only for the four of us, but the people listening. You mentioned that you wanted to better control your promotional activity. Can you tell more about that? Because yes, it's a big competition, and brands need to be very smart about that. Not to sacrifice their margins, but do it in a way that pays off on the longer term.
Yeah, for sure. Like, obviously, as you said, skincare is a very competitive landscape and market. There are promotions everywhere. We battle with like Sephora that does huge sales throughout the year. We need to be able to generate that revenue, but a challenge of ours has been to reduce the amount of promotions and the weight of promotions that we have throughout the year, as you said, to make sure that we protect our margins, but also to make sure that we don't impact the value of our product and don't devalue our brand. So that was also part of the thinking behind having a loyalty program, is that we would be able to better control to who we would give out promotions and what type of promotions that we would give out that are not necessarily always percentage off or dollars off. That could be gifts with purchase or having them try a new product and things like that will allow for more discovery than just reducing an amount off of an order. So that the loyalty program is really, in the last months, helped us in lowering that promotional weight, even in big moments like Black Friday and Boxing Day, for example. So already we see a big impact of the loyalty program on that. And for sure, with, as Laurent said, adding more personalization in terms of our rewards and challenges that will continue to evolve and to bring more impact on that as well.
One of the ways these days how people discover skincare, and really everything from tiles in the bathroom to lighting fixtures and so on, is through AI searches. And Shopify had so much progress in this in the past couple of weeks, including announcing a closer partnership with Gemini. And you had already, I think, couple of weeks ago, since when you introduced this with OpenAI. Brian, can you tell us more about what was the motivation behind it, and where are you with this right now?
Yeah, so super exciting announcement that was made just earlier this week regarding what we're calling the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP, if you see that acronym floating around out there, which we worked with Google on and co-developed this new open standard. So this basically means that native shopping on Google services is rolling out soon, allowing Shopify merchants to sell directly in AI mode in Google search or through the Gemini app. We're also enhancing the Microsoft Copilot integration with a new embedded checkout. These AI integrations, including ChatGPT as well, can be managed from within the Shopify admin. So it's super simple, basically making your product catalog available and represented accurately as it should be through these AI chats. What's really cool about this is that we're opening up the Shopify catalog to all brands with the new agentic plan. So even if you don't have an online store with Shopify or use Shopify point of sale, you're able to use this specific plan to take advantage of this and leverage these integrations, which is really cool. To give you an example, I was recently searching for new camera equipment, and of course, these types of things are very detail-oriented, very spec-oriented, with changes every couple of years. And I relied very, very heavily on ChatGPT to compare cameras, compare specs, compare pricing. looking at the used value of Camrose equipment or new value. But the one thing that was lacking was seeing which retailers close to me had available inventory, especially because new inventory can be a bit scarce. So yeah, really excited about this and really looking forward to trying it out.
One more opportunity for teams, one more task for teams, like how to show up the best way in these AI searches. And actually, this is what makes the difference in general in business, which is internal execution. And I wanted to ask you, Marie and Laurent, about how your team is set up, because I know that Laurent is reporting to Mary, but there are people in the team around you, next to you, above you. Where are you in the organization? Who is the team who is working on the loyalty program?
So I report personally to the CMO of OMY Labs, and my team has Laurent and below Laurent we have a CRM specialist. So both Laurent and Emilie are in charge of the loyalty program in itself and the day-to-day operations around the program, as well as everything around email communications, SMS, and all of that, and making sure that we keep track of our loyalty and retention KPIs. We also have a team internally of technology. So we have developers in-house who are the one that created the front end of the program, that we also did internally with our design team. And then work with Antavo as well in terms of the loyalty engine that we use to manage that program on the day-to-day.
And tell us more about how you just launched recently, because you launched before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And then I know from our discussion that it was useful for all kinds of reasons. For example, not starting just at Black Friday, experiencing the big load, but it also gave you opportunity to bring them back already. So can you please share about that, your results so far?
Yeah, we launched at the end of October, so it was really the last moment before Black Friday where we could launch our program. And early on in the launch, obviously early November, we decided to have like a VIP sale for our loyalty members, so that very quickly in the program kind of journey, we were able to show value for our members, and so that right away they would have an advantage from all the other customers that we have. So we did a VIP sale for 3 days at the beginning of November, and it was right at the moment where also Sephora was doing their big sale. So obviously for us, it's an important moment to capitalize on skincare budget that people have, so that they spend it on our site instead of going to Sephora. And with those 3 days that we did that sale, it was amazing results. We were able to drive really good revenue with those with that sale, but also we were able to not impact our Black Friday that was coming in like a few weeks after, not even like a week and a half after. And what we saw is that at least 25% of the customer that have bought within that VIP sale at the beginning of November bought also during Black Friday. So we were able to create a second sale within the same month with doing that VIP sale that would probably not have happened if it wasn't for that sale.
Nice. Can you tell more, if it's public information, it's okay if you don't want to share, about how many of your customers are enrolled of your loyalty program today, or what portion, and if you're happy with this right now?
Yeah, I think, Laurent, you were saying yesterday 20%, is that it?
Yeah, exactly. So we're about 2 months and a half, 3 months in, and we have about 20% of our database that has joined the program, which is, we're really happy about it. Like we were optimistic about the join rate because we're very confident in our program, but to have that many customers join in like that early on with not all the features launched, for us, we're very satisfied with that.
This is very nice to hear. And at this point, I wanted to just let everyone know that you can also ask questions from the team. We are streaming this on multiple platforms, and wherever you are watching, just comment, and then my colleague Barbara can help add this to our stream here, and then we can read the questions and also share the answers to that. And actually, there is one question I think that looks relevant here to just what we are talking about right now. Mari, you touched it briefly about how you started to think about loyalty, and the question is related to, did it come from the team, or was it a leadership decision? But if I remember correctly, it had many things to do with you joining the organization.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously it was a leadership decision to hire me at that moment, but it was a new department that wasn't existing in marketing. So that idea of having a loyalty program and investing in loyalty came initially from the leadership team, and then from there, when I joined, we reviewed that idea of having a loyalty program and if it made sense for us to do that and to invest in that. And obviously we're here now. So it was the decision was made after that to go forward with investing in loyalty.
Nice. Another question, and Brian, if you could think about this. Thomas is asking, have you noticed customer expectations around loyalty change in the last couple of years? You have so much access to all kinds of brands who are running on the Shopify universe. Have you noticed anything around it recently over the past couple of years?
Around customer expectations? Yeah, I think customers want more interaction with the brand, and they want to feel sort of unique and special. So we've seen customers want things like early access to new collections or to sales events. They want maybe potentially specific pricing. They want additional benefits or bonuses or things like that just go beyond points gaining and points redemption, right? Even a lot more experiential things as well, I think customers are looking forward to. Zsuzsa, you and I met recently at another event where a retailer had a great cafe and coffee shop experience within their retail environment. And even just being able to go in, be recognized by the staff, maybe have a coffee, or maybe that's something that's even included, like a free coffee as part of your program. I think customers are really looking forward to those more experiential things as well.
It's nice that you mentioned this, because that brand is Represent, which is a British streetwear company. And in their flagship store in London, they have a cafe. And that cafe is available for everyone, not only for Represent customers, but obviously how special that it is in the store and is available for Represent customers. And I think it's such a unique and beautiful combination of inclusivity and exclusivity. Just how one of their colleagues shared that not everyone can afford to buy a new shirt every week or whichever collection is coming out, but they can afford to just pop into to drink a cup of tea or coffee and be part of the environment. And I really like that. Also, to your question, Thomas, about customer expectations changing in the last couple of years. And we have a research, the Global Customer Loyalty Report, which became really the report of the industry in the past couple of years. And just in the 26th one that we are launching in 3 weeks, hopefully getting everything finished by then, because it's a huge work to pull this off. We asked 10,000 consumers and 3,000 marketeers all over the world about how they think of customer loyalty. And then what we learned from customers is that financial benefits, financial incentives are important, but they're not only important, but they're not the only ones that are important, because this is just top of the iceberg. What makes a loyalty program engaging and also long-term successful is everything else: the rewards, the experiences, the early access. So all kinds of soft benefits that go beyond just simply rewarding a purchase or giving a financial incentive to a next purchase. So really, I really like this direction of where loyalty is going, and it can really give a nice differentiator for brands who are really creative about their offering. Okay, it feels that I told a lot now, and I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, it's a good one, a good question. So you just launched recently with your loyalty program, and maybe you already have this experience that if you were starting again today with your whole process, which is actually, it's over a year to launch a loyalty program, what would you prioritize first?
I think as we did, we prioritize getting value from the program, but also loyalty initiatives in general throughout that process. So because of how our business evolves, like it wasn't very realistic for us to just put our head down for a year and build that program and not do anything else on the side. So, and obviously our leadership team wanted to prove value early on of working on loyalty. So I would recommend doing that process of building a loyalty program, but also continue working on loyalty as in general and testing out your hypothesis of your loyalty strategy with generating revenue as well, so that you can justify the investment and the time that's spent on loyalty afterwards.
Nice. We've seen as a good practice among the brands that we are working with that they just start with something basic, like an MVP, and then they build on it over time, because a loyalty program shouldn't be like set it and forget it, but it should evolve over time and change, not only throughout the year through these shopping holidays, but also adding new challenges and new functionalities, just like you will be doing with the friend referral, which I think is really strong, especially in the era of being surrounded by those people who are not yet influencers, but they would like to become one, because there's a large number of people who would like that. There's a lot of opportunity that lies in these people's ambition who already want to capitalize on their followers, which can range from, I don't know, 3,000 to 20,000. You wouldn't call them influencers just yet, but they share this in their stories, and then they receive loyalty points, for example, after their shared link. There is a question from Catherine to Brian that I want to share with you. So Catherine is saying, my sense is that retailers wait until they see a plateau in growth, do some data analysis, and then decide on loyalty. Brian, what do you think should be the trigger for retailers on Shopify to start to consider loyalty? I'm adding this again, because it's a bit longer question.
Yeah. Could you read it again?
The question is, what do you think, Brian, should be the trigger for retailers on Shopify to start to consider loyalty? There are multiple things at play here. So, for example, like a big enough customer base is already one thing.
Yeah, I think actually I think it relates to what Marie said earlier, which is around the cost of customer acquisition. And I think that a lot of brands are focusing now on retention strategies. It's getting more budget, it's getting more executive attention, because paid acquisition is less predictable and it's getting more expensive. There's some privacy changes that affect online targeting for ads and things like that. So at a certain point, I think it becomes more cost effective to focus on existing customers and turning those existing customers into repeat buyers instead of just one-time customers. That's probably one of the strongest signals, is just looking at cost of acquisition for new customers or focusing on existing customers.
You see all kinds of brands on Shopify, and they're the ones who are like very much growing, like our joint customers, Kim's, and they're kind of an exception because of their owner. But you see all kinds of brands and loyalty programs out there. Can you share what are differences or similarities that you see between companies who have a loyalty program?
Between companies that have a loyalty program and ones that don't, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is just when the loyalty program is done well, and OMY's a great example, they put a lot of thought and time and effort. When it's done well, there's such a higher level of customer engagement there. And that can be through, you can reward customers through all different things, all different actions. It can be, customer referrals potentially. It can be social engagements or social interactions. It could be, lifetime spend, all kinds of different things. But I think the biggest difference between the two is that for the brands that do have great, successful loyalty programs, there's just a higher level of engagement with those customers. The customers feel like a bit more part of the brand and that community that a lot of brands are trying to curate.
Yeah, it sounds very nice, and I think leads to our next question, which is, I think Mari is the best suited for you as the loyalty expert who just launched a loyalty program. Where would you recommend a retail brand to start when looking at improving their customer loyalty? So there are all kinds of areas that they could start with. Where would you be recommending a brand to start?
I think it's around really knowing where your gaps are and in what you're good, so that you can see where you need to put your efforts. Like, for example, for us, we knew that people were coming back for personalized products, and we had already great retention on these products. So that was one of our strengths, but what we wanted to improve with that is that we wanted to reduce the number of days between purchases, so that people buy more frequently, they buy complementary products as well, they increase their LTV. So those are kind of the key KPIs that we're looking at in loyalty, and how can we work on campaigns or our loyalty initiatives to build on that KPIs and improve them as we go. So I would say to kind of focus on 2 or 3 KPIs that for you are gaps, or that you can see can be improved, or that you can see real value at the end of the day in terms of revenue, and to see how can you improve those KPIs.
Okay, so we are soon approaching the end of our conversation today, and I would like you to think about like one final thought that you could share with our audience. And our audience is brands and retailers who are thinking of launching a loyalty program, or they would like to improve customer loyalty so their customers would be coming back, because yes, we are in an age now where customer acquisition costs are so high. It's hard to really get ads right. Who knows what happens with cookies, and everyone just would like to improve their internal processes with AI, and what you need for that is customer data. So this is basically the big picture out there. So if there was one parting thought, what is that you would like to have leave our audience with? Laurent, maybe if you could start.
Yeah, for sure. I think the most important part, if you're considering or not a loyalty program is to go for it. Like time is very important. Every day that passes by, you're letting behind a lot of precious information on your customer. And most customers leave more data points than you would expect on what they prefer and their behavior with purchasing. So collecting and analyzing those data points is very important. And the earlier you start, the better you understand who you're selling to and how to foster that connection that will make them stay with your brand for longer in time.
Nice. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, I've got a couple thoughts. I think for brands who haven't implemented a loyalty strategy yet, it definitely look at getting started. But I think to just focus on one job to be done, and make sure that you instrument it and test it out end to end before launch, and try to decide on like one thing or one metric that you're actually trying to improve or impact. And Omi mentioned, I think it was purchase frequency, things like that. One of the bigger things that a lot of our merchants struggle with is that second purchase, turning a one-time customer into a repeat customer. That's going to make it a lot easier for you to measure and scale and see the impact of that program. So that's the first thing. I think the second thing is that a loyalty program doesn't have to be rigid. It can be quite flexible, unique. There are a lot of options out there for you to explore, and things that you can offer. Even like a potentially, a paid membership or paid loyalty program where there's additional benefits or perks or things like that. So kind of twofold. One, looking at getting started, measuring that and implementing the first step. But then two, going beyond just basic points redemption and looking at things that can be very flexible and unique to your customers.
That's very useful. How about you, Marie?
Yeah, I think it's continuing on Brian's point about being intentional in what you're doing in loyalty, and making sure that what you do in loyalty is rooted in your brand, and that it fits your brand and what it stands for. So making sure that the strategy behind the product, the program is not just basic because you want to get a loyalty program out the door and you just want to check having a loyalty program. I think where brands can see value is when they do that, and that it really matches with your brand. For example, we had to have something that was going to be personalized, and that was going to follow the customer's journey with skincare, and to create behaviors that are improving their skincare routine and giving them out education and things like that. So I think really ask yourself what your brand stands for and what your products are as well, and build loyalty around that, not just wanting to have a loyalty program for the sake of it.
I couldn't agree more, and I think Omi did a great job with that, especially because once a customer becomes your customer and receives your products regularly, you want to reward them by giving them all the benefits that go for existing customers, versus giving it to new customers that sometimes happen. And if I'm a regular, I sometimes feel bad because that new customer received that signing bonus, and it always gives me the bad feeling. For me, if I could have one takeaway from this conversation, is that it's so important. It's so important to have a loyalty program that can evolve over time, that can be flexible, and it's okay to start with just something which is not your end destination, but a first step, because it's easy to just like create the best and more sophisticated system, but it's also usually a bit more complex to launch. But launching with something that is easy enough to launch doesn't only have the benefit of a bit speedier launch, but also has the benefit of providing new things to the customer. One other joint customer of ours with Shopify is Flying Tiger, which they don't have too many shops in North America, but they are very popular in Europe. If you are not familiar with Flying Tiger, some people compare them to IKEA without the big furniture. It's like a lot of beautifully designed knickknacks, basically. It's very dangerous to go into a Flying Tiger with kids, because certainly you will get out by having multiple items in your basket if you're a parent who's worried about that. But in case of Flying Tiger, they were able to start with a concept that fitted one single slide in a presentation. And then with that easy concept, it was faster for them to launch. So this is why I'm so excited, Maury and Laurent, that you will launch friend referrals, which fits your business really well. And this is the concept that we also have in mind, having loyalty programs that can change over time when we do our own product development, because we want to have this functionalities present in the platform, and we want to make it easy for marketeers. This is why we launched the Optimizer, which is like an AI data analyst for your loyalty program, so you can actually identify that where the opportunity lies, and the Planner, which is like an AI loyalty designer, so you can create these workflows in an easy way. All right, so we are at time right now. Thank you everyone for taking part here. There are a couple of questions we didn't get to answer, but we will answer these in email. So thank you so much, Maury, Laurent, and Brian, for being with me here today. And if you, as people listening to this conversation, have more questions, then convey it to me in like any kind of channels, and I will get across to the team. And if you're thinking of launching a loyalty program or replatforming, either you are on Shopify or not, feel free to reach out to me. Okay? All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Maury, Laurent, and Brian, too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.